Welcome everyone to Ball to the Max. Hope you're enjoying your day today. Today I will be previewing the New York Giants upcoming season. I will be doing more teams soon, so please leave a comment down below and subscribe if you guys are new. Leave a comment down below if you guys want me to do a team, and I will definitely do a team for you guys. I'll be previewing other teams soon. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first, last season the Giants ended 11-5, second in the NFC East behind the Cowboys. And they lost in a wild card round to the Packers, but it was a successful season despite the loss, making the playoffs for the first time since 2012, in which they won a Super Bowl that year. Giants had a top 5 defense but bottom 5 offense last season. They struggled to put up points due to the poor offensive line play and lack of a red zone threat and just lack of a run game. But they signed Brandon Marshall from the Jets after they released him during the offseason, and was a huge upgrade for New York as he will replace Victor Cruz. Cruz had a decent year last year but noticeably slower and just not the same Cruz he was before due to injuries. As sad as it was for most Giants fans, we had to let him go. Marshall is 6'4" and a true red zone threat, which is something, like I said earlier, the offense just has not had. And hopefully it'll help put up a bit more points. He can run him on some fade routes. He'll be able to just one-on-one jump balls against smaller corners. That'll definitely help out. A threat like Odell Beckham, he'll be a true number 2 receiver. Brandon Marshall will, for the first time in his career, and I think he'll flourish. Having Odell, all the attention on him, he won't have to worry about getting double teamed and all that stuff. He just be one-on-one torching the number 2 corners. So I expect a nice year next season. All right, moving on to the O-line, which was absolutely atrocious last year. Giants didn't do any splashy moves during the offseason. They just signed DJ Fluker from the Chargers, who could play right guard or right tackle. They drafted Adam Bisnawadi to compete with Flowers for the left tackle position if Flowers doesn't improve, because he was absolutely horrific last season. However, there have been reports that he has been slimming. He slimmed down over the offseason. He's been in New Jersey. He's been working on his technique all season. He didn't even leave. He stayed there over the offseason just to keep working, which is a great sign for Giants fans because they really need him to improve. They just need him to play at least at an average level, to be honest. He was terrible last season. If he can get to at least just an average level left tackle, then the Giants will be definitely Super Bowl contenders. I know it sounds weird, but that's just how bad he was last year. All right, now on to the man you're watching highlights of right now, Evan Ingram, who the Giants selected with the 23rd pick in this year's draft, tight end from Ole Miss. The Giants attempted to solidify the tight end position with this pick. He's an excellent receiver. He isn't the greatest blocker, but he's definitely like a hustle guy. Like, he'll definitely attempt to block, unlike most tight ends, but just don't even care. He'll try it out. He'll try to get in there and block, which is good, and that shows that he wants to improve, and he should improve blocking. I'm excited about him. He ran a 4.42 40, which is amazing for a tight end. He's 6'3", so essentially kind of like a receiver in the tight end's body, and another red zone threat because he is big. And he's just going to create mismatches. Put a linebacker on him, he's too slow. Put a safety on him, he's too small. He's going to be a huge weapon for Eli Manning, and I'm excited. He's going to be helping out, converting on third downs, in which the Giants were terrible last year in converting on third downs. Opening up more opportunity for OBJ, Beamar, Shepard, who I expect a big year out of after he had a good rookie year last year. Shepard had a really nice season last year, and I was excited about Shep, man. Second-round pick from Oklahoma. He played really good, a nice route runner. Nice compliment to OBJ, and now Brandon Marshall, and now Evan Ingram. They also signed Brett Ellison, who will be used as a fullback / tight end, primarily more fullback, and in 2 tight end sets he'll come up and be a good run blocker. Paul Perkins will be a lead back going into week 1. He impressed last season, showed nice elusive cuts at times, pretty solid vision. I wanted Perkins to start halfway through the season because Jennings was just old and too slow and couldn't get through lanes. Took forever to find holes. Couldn't even find holes. It took forever. But he finally got his chance week 17, rushed for over 100 yards against the Redskins, so he'll split carries probably. We'll have a running back by committee, but he will be a lead back coming week 1. Now moving on to defense. That's the offense. Offense hopefully should improve. Can't get much worse than it was last year. They got new weapons. No reason to improve. Hopefully Eli has a good year next season. I'm expecting big things from the offense. I don't expect it to return to how it was in 2015, where they were just one of the top offenses in the league, but at least half, at least somewhat, 75% there, and they should be true Super Bowl contenders. Like I said, moving on to the defense, where the big bucks are at. Giants, for the most part, kept their defense intact. They re-signed JPP. They lost Jonathan Hankins, however. He was a good red defender and struggled in pass rushing last year. But Giants did address the D-tackle, and they drafted Dalvin Tomlinson from Alabama in the second round this year's draft to compete with Jay Bromley and Robert Thomas for starting D-tackle void, since the Giants run a 4-3 scheme. So they need 2 D-tackles out there to start alongside Damon Snacks Harrison, my boy. As for linebackers, that's definitely their weakest spot. Probably in the whole team behind their O-line is the weakest spot as well. Devon Kennard was the best linebacker we had last year. He's probably going to start alongside Jonathan Casillas and maybe B.J. Goodson, who Ben McAdoo hinted that has been improving over the offseason. Last year we drafted him, so maybe he'll get some minutes over Keenan Robinson. Linebackers aren't that good. Zachary Orr, I believe, is still a free agent right now. Maybe if they can get I don't think we have any cap space. I don't think we can sign him, but still, would be nice. Moving on to the secondary, where we have one of the best secondary, if not the best secondary in the NFL. We have a number 1 shutdown corner, Janoris Jackrabbit Jenkins, clamping up all the number 1 receivers, just like he did Des Bryant. Did a good job, really good job on Antonio Brown and AJ Green last year. And I expect another good year from Janoris Jenkins. He made the Pro Bowl last year for the first time, and I was super hyped about him last year. He played really good. I didn't expect him to be as good as he was last year, but I did expect good things from him when we signed him. And hey, he impressed everyone. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, DRC, moved to slot last year as the nickel cornerback. And Eli Apple played on more on the outside as a number 2 corner, kinda. But hey, DRC still played well. He's a little bit older, so probably didn't want to take on all the good. But he still, they interchanged positions there. But he still played really well last year. DRC had a very good season last year as a number 2 corner. Eli Apple had a decent rookie year. I mean, he had some good moments, he had some bad moments. I mean, but that's what you expect with a rookie. I expect huge improvement from him going into second year, though, behind these 2 nice vets we have. He could still has for at least this year and next year, he could still be the number 2, number 3 corner / 3 corner. So he still has room to grow. Lucky for him. Moving on to strong safety, Landon Collins had a huge year after he started at free safety his rookie year. He struggled. Moving to free strong safety and just a better scheme, allowed to play more in the box, help out and run support, drop back in coverage once in a while, and he just played amazing. He just balled out, got like 5 sacks, I think, like 5 interceptions. He was great. He should have won Defensive Player of the Year, honestly, but he didn't. It's all right. Going for it next year. One of the best safeties in the game, without a doubt. Top 5. D-line is also among the league's best. Olivier Vernon had a very good year. Didn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but like I said, I watched most of the games last year. In fact, probably all the games last year. And he forced many holding penalties. He had the most QB pressure last year and had many tackles for losses. He played the run well. Didn't really necessarily show up in sacks, but I mean, he did. He still very well. JPP had a good year as well, playing the run, getting good pass rushing. Damon Snacks Harrison was the best run defender in the league last year by far. Dude's a beast, absolute stud. I love Snacks. He's a beast. If Giants can continue the success from the previous season, then the defense should get better as they brought everyone back. Like I said, they have rookie corner Eli Apple going into second year, rookie free safety Andrew Adams going into second year, and offense with new additions. Overall, the Giants are a threat in the NFC to any team. They can easily make it out the NFC East. The NFC East, but also the NFC, just make it to the Super Bowl. And maybe play against the Patriots, get the trilogy. We know how the last 2 went. And yeah, I expect the Giants to be Super Bowl contenders. Final prediction, season prediction. After going through the schedule, I predict an 11-5 record once again, as they did last year. But this time it will be good enough for the number 1 spot in the NFC East, as I feel the Cowboys regressed a bit. Redskins won't get 11-5. Eagles definitely got better. I think Eagles are number 1 threat to us in the NFC East. But ultimately, it should be good enough for the number 1 spot in the NFC East, securing a playoff spot. And I expect the NFC East, like I said, to be one of the toughest divisions, but the Giants will ultimately prevail. Thank you for watching. If you still are, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Like I said, please subscribe. I'll be previewing other teams as well. And please let me know, team, if you want me to do it, and I definitely will. Check it out. Thank you, and